Hey everyone, we're here for Film Slam at the Enzian Theater. Now, later today, my film, One Single Butterfly, is going to be showing. It's going to be really cool. There's also a lot of other filmmakers and films that are going to be shown off today. So hopefully we can find some of those filmmakers and possibly actors and get interviews with them and talk a little bit about their films. It's going to be really cool. And we'll give you any updates if anything happens. So I'll see you later. Hey everyone, we're here at Film Slam. Now all the films I've just shown, so we're here with Miles, who worked on one of the films. So can you please tell the viewers a little bit about the film that you worked on?
Sure. It was One Way Out. It was a 30-day zombie film challenge film that ended up being accepted into this month's Film Slam. It's a comic book style, single frame shot. Very interesting production. It was experimental, to say the least, I guess. Yeah,
I really like the way that you filmed comic book, because it was a mixture of comic book picture style as well as a little bit of live action, like actual movement, but you mix that very well with the film. Now, is this the first time you've done that, or have you kind of experimented with it a little bit before?
Well, I like to consider myself an experimental filmmaker. I always want to try to push the boundaries and change the way people look at storytelling. But this was the first time that I've done it this way. We wanted to do the comic book style, and then the motion was to kind of like emphasize certain little moments, either a comic moment or a character moment. Like the one part where the blood's spitting out of her mouth is to symbolize the fact that she is dying, that, you know, it really just hones in on it. I actually am making another comic book movie, same style, Sam Savage with Smash Entertainment, coming up soon. So keep a lookout for that.
Now, where can the viewers learn more information about yourself and, of course, the films that you're going to be making?
Sure. You can just find me on Facebook, Miles Berman. You can either go to my personal page or my profile. Page or profile. Or you can also go to my Twitter, Miles Berman, as well. You can just hit me up, call me if you. My number's on Facebook and all that. So yeah, just keep on looking at my social media. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for letting me interview.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Have a great time. And thanks for watching. Make sure to check out Miles, all the films. It's really awesome. And I will see you in the next interview.
Cool.
Hey everyone, we're here back at Film Slam with Kelly and Brittany. Now, do you think you can tell the viewers a little bit about your film?
My film was about three characters that didn't know each other, and all of their stories were interconnected in the climax of the film. It's basically the gist of it without giving too much away.
Yeah. What's the name of it?
In the Amber.
And what was your role within the film?
I directed, wrote, and produced it.
And I edited the film.
Now, where did you get your main concept for the idea of the film?
I was inspired by other directors who did interconnected stories, like Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia, like Crash. I watched a bunch of different films just to get familiar with how they put together all these characters that didn't know each other and made a film out of it.
And the filming style behind it was really interesting because you put three characters and kind of intertwined their story at the end. Is this your first time kind of, working on that, or have you done this before?
It was my first time ever having characters like that before, so it was brand new to me.
Now, what about you?
Yeah, it's my first time doing characters totally unrelated to each other.
Now, where can the viewers learn a little bit more about your films and, of course, yourselves? Do you have a website, a Facebook, or a Twitter that they can go to?
Yeah, we have a Facebook website for In the Amber. It's just In the Amber something Facebook.
In the Amber movie.
In the Amber movie?
And then I have a personal website that is on the Facebook as well. I would tell you it, but it's got a bunch of numbers, so.
And anything else to add to that?
Nope. Nope.
Well, thank you very much for letting me interview. Hope you enjoy, and thanks you very much for watching this interview. I will see you next time. Hey everyone, we're here with James. Now James, can you tell the viewers a little bit about your film?
Yes, I wrote, directed, produced, edited, and acted the film Draculades. And it's about Dracula, who is a vampiric bachelor, and he has to think twice about his life when that creeping death comes to bite him back.
Yeah, and that's a really cool thing because we worked on that film a long time ago.
Yes.
Of course, I had a small part in it, but I said fancy.
Back when he wasn't big. Back when he wasn't big. He was just looking for extra roles back then. Now I can't even book the guy. I can't even book him. He's too famous for me.
Back when I was this tall and I had a girl's voice and long hair.
He's got an assistant that I have to talk to that's older than him, and I can't even get through to him. It's ridiculous.
So, the concept for the storyline of the film is very interesting. Now, have you kind of done, stories like that in the past, or was this kind of like, oh, this is an interesting idea. Let's see if we get filming and see what happens?
Well, it very much became the backstory to it is that I had a story writing class at UCF, and from the time that the paper of the assignment came to me to the time that I grabbed it, I asked myself, I knew I had to come up with an idea, and I asked, what if Dracula got AIDS? And I had out of the group, everybody agreed that that was the best one, and we did a ridiculous play on it. I was the worst Dracula you got. I did a good voice, but my Dracula costume was like put together in like 3 seconds. It was like a red polo t-shirt with a collar put all the way up, a trash bag from work that I like climbed into and ripped a hole out of to make a cape. I had green conditioner in my hair to put it and they shut off the lights, and I appeared into class and they turned on the lights, and then I was there, and I was the most ridiculous thing ever. So a lot of the concepts that were in there, like a sex ed Q&A and the way that I go to the doctor's office and the things that happen, those were in the original play. And then we tweaked some things for the film that would be a little bit more filmic. We added the things where he goes downtown and he has a slew of females that he has turned into vampires and are like his entourage ensemble. And then, yeah, that was the thing, is everybody said, when are you going to make that a movie? And I was like, now I have to make it a movie if everybody's asking about it. So
well, that's the best thing and the most beautiful thing about, indie films and short films in general, is that they can come up from ideas that you've had in the past or now, and anybody can film them. Yeah, anybody can film whatever they have an idea of, and it's your job to make, either make it a comedy or make it a drama or whatever.
Absolutely.
And it's really fun to do so.
Yeah, and we did it for, it was actually my first film directing at UCF, and we screened it there as a class cut, and they have restrictions as far as what you can do as far as for the screener. It has to be 3 minutes long. It's got to be really concise, and you can't do a lot of post-production things. I mean, not that you can't, it's just that the time that you have to get it out is it's for film school. But afterward, I was able to do a new re-recording mix. I was able to send it off and then send it back with a new mix that was just for exhibition. Able to put visual effects. My visual effects artist, Davis Lindsay, who's worked on almost all my films now. And we got a new film coming out where he's the visual effects producer and has done 1,000 things on. It's great to get him in there. I was able to do a new a score with Ariel Zangotita came out and scored the whole movie, and I was able to do a director's cut, and it feels like it's breathing now. It's not this rush thing that you got to do for film school to prove it. It was very much an ambitious thing. People were shooting, one day in their living room for $100 to feed the crew. I spent $1,500, shot 5 locations in 4 days with 30 some odd extras that you were a part of, and actually that's the funny thing too, is you came out and you had sold me on the fact that you needed a line, and because I could tell that you were just standing out from the crowd, that it was just like, this guy's an actor, he's not an extra. So I was like, I got to give this guy a line, and then I got to get him to sign a release. No, I was really glad to have you out, and I definitely made it work. And I mean, it was just a lot of fun. I'm so glad that we can get it into festivals now, and the response is so good, and it feels just really great to have it out there.
Now, where can the viewers learn more information about yourself and the films that you make?
It's all on jamesnoirfilm.com. I've got all the films that I have worked on and releasing to festivals and am currently working on, all on that website. Also on facebook.com/officialjamesnoir is my official actor-director page, which I post constantly updates on as well.
All right. Well, thank you very much for letting me interview.
Thank you so much,
It was a great
man.
time.
Good to
and
see
thanks
you
for
again.
watching. I will see you next time. Hey everyone, we're here with Sherry. Now Sherry, can you please tell the viewers a little bit about your film?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking me. And I'm here at the Enzian today at the Film Slam for October 2014. I did a short doc called Dan Behind His Eyes, which features a local businessman who out of nowhere became stricken with ALS and was locked in completely, couldn't move anything, couldn't do anything except blink his eyes and communicate through a voice machine, an eye gaze machine. And so I had the wonderful opportunity to meet not only Dan but his 13-year-old daughter Gina, who was his inspiration for painting, and so he designed the paintings, the colors, all the supplies through his eye gaze machine, and Gina was his hands, and they painted giant canvases, a few of which we have behind us here.
And it was a really amazing story. It reminded me of a documentary I saw a long time ago, talking about a certain disease, I can't remember right now, but that it was kind of raising awareness because not many people know what's going on,
Exactly.
and especially in these situations, but it proves that even when you're diagnosed with this, it doesn't stop your creativity and your imagination and who you really are.
Exactly. Can I speak to that? Yes. Dr. Boylan, we're very fortunate here in Florida at the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville. He started the NALS Research Center, which actually had the biggest breakthrough on genetic understanding of ALS in 2012 or 13. And what he loved about the story with Dan and Gina is that you could still see the alive inside, and that a lot of people don't, like you said, they don't understand that. And also, I always felt that sometimes people, I think, in film, especially if you put the ugly of a disease in front of them, that somehow that will be more impactful. And I tend to think that you have to still find the beauty of life so that people won't turn away and that they will understand that there's so much more here. And then also, I want them to remember Dan and Gina, and I want them to think about her as she journeys through life and what she was able to face with ALS. And of course, Dan is an amazing hero, as I say in the quilt of ALS stories.
Thank you very much. And now, how can the viewers learn more information about your film and, of course, yourself?
Okay. Well, I do have a website. It's SAY, truefilms with an S.com, saytruefilms.com. And my contact information is on there. There's some trailers on there. We did do a MC search of third base fame from the 1980s. Wrote a rap with Dan. And so we produced that, and a little clip of that is on the website as well. And then we're going to do some web series where we'll show some of the other footage that we have, which is amazing of him. And we traveled to North Carolina. We did all kinds of things around ALS that's really fun. We took the whole film crew with us.
Anyways, thank you very much for letting me interview.
Thank you so much.
Hope you have a great time today. And thanks for watching. Make sure to check out the film Behind Dan's Eyes. It's an amazing film, breathtaking. And again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.